Hi, my name is Emma. This is the 12th or 13th. I've lost count at this time. Um, I'm going to be sharing my I believe, and this is the rough draft. I believe in the fact that everyone should be getting free healthcare, from athletes to people who genuinely need it due to underlying causes or were born the way they are. That we shouldn't have state taxes, but overall taxes that we get every year just for the US to have free healthcare. I personally would rather pay more in taxes than have a separate bill of medicine, surgery, items used during surgery, etc. I work as a dental assistant on Fort Drum, and we use a system that tells you how much everything is in private practice. Removing one wisdom tooth is about $200 to $400, depending on the case. If your insurance doesn't cover it and you have to get all four of your wisdom teeth extracted, that is easily $1,000 to $1,200. Just to have teeth that could damage your jaw, your other teeth in front of them, or leave you in pain considering it is difficult to clean teeth that are so far back of your mouth. Not to mention cavities. That could range from $100 to $350 due to its location, how many surfaces the cavity is on, etc. For people who have underlying causes, me being included, I have a rare kidney disease that appears in most African American males in their later years of 40 to 60 years old. As you can obviously tell, I am none of those, and I was diagnosed when I was 17 years old. One bottle of my medication that can last me 2 to 3 months cost me $1,000, but thank goodness for my insurance that covers all of it for me. If I was still taking my other prescription, I would be spending $1,300 just to continue my treatment in hopes of bettering my kidneys. As for athletes, there are plenty of instances when an athlete breaks something within their body, tears their Achilles tendon, or gets a concussion to where they will need to receive treatment. Surgery, casts, braces, crutches, all cost money for an athlete to get injured, especially if they're not an NFL member or any part of some big league. They have to pay lots of money just to get it fixed and hopefully back into the game that they can continue to do what they love to do. Even if they're even allowed to do it, considering some injuries can lead to them no longer playing the game that they love doing. Moving on to people who were just born the way they were. Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, cystic fibrosis, Phocomelia syndrome, which is the instance where limbs are incredibly shortened or not there at all. They tend to visit hospitals a lot more than anyone else and are typically the people who should be able to make a fund to support themselves, just in case an emergency happens, and be able to get free health care just because the fact that they are the people having the most emergencies out there due to their conditions. Lastly, there are accidents happening everywhere around us. Car crashes, attempted murders, robberies, being at the wrong place at the wrong time. So many electives that leads to accidents and hospital visits that most Americans cannot pay for. Hence why I believe that Americans should be able to get free health care so that we can all live without worrying about paying off a $20,000 hospital bill just because you broke your nose or your leg and you have to get treatment. There is already enough stress on today's economy of not having enough money to buy a house or even rent an apartment. To live peacefully is to not be able to stress about having to worry about breaking something or getting diagnosed with a condition or even being born with one and having to pay off the bill and be in debt for the rest of your life. My name is Emma. I believe that Americans should have free health care and be like the rest of the world. Thanks.